Yeah, hey, this shit easy, nigga. Hey, I'm talking about, nigga, I'm still out here trying to get it.
Contender Regime Boxing checking back in with y'all, man. What's happening? So, Josh Taylor, you know, a real motherfucking man. Salute to Josh Taylor. I respect that brother so much. Great fighter. You know, he carries himself like a true champion. He has the mentality of a fighter. And I just love the way Josh Taylor carries himself, man. And, you know, he got his upcoming Undisputed matchup versus Jose Ramirez in May. That's going to be a fantastic showdown. Salute to both of those guys for, you know, putting all the bullshit aside and making that fight for Undisputed, you know, and not drawing this thing out. You know, but Josh Taylor, he came out and said he kind of wanted to let everybody know, like, you know, and because Teofimo Lopez mentioned a possible matchup between, you know, himself and the top guys at 140. He mentioned going up to 140 before, you know, but Josh Taylor came out and said, look, Teofimo Lopez is not undisputed. He still has one other belt to get. He still has to defeat Devin Haney if Devin Haney can win versus Linares, and if Teofimo Lopez beats Kambosos, I expect both of those guys to be victorious. But he still has to get the actual WBC strap from Devin Haney in order to be undisputed. And a guy like Josh Taylor would know this type of thing because he is actually a unified champion who is fighting for all 4 of the major titles versus Jose Ramirez. He is fighting for true undisputed. You know, undisputed means there is no dispute. Nobody can dispute that you are the champion. Nobody can say without a shadow of a doubt that you are the champion. Nobody can deny that. It is undisputed. That's what that means. It's what it means to have all 4 titles. Nobody else can claim that they the champion other than you. So we all know that Devin Haney is the WBC champion. So how can Teofimo Lopez be undisputed? It literally goes against the true definition of being undisputed, right? So, you know, Josh Taylor, man, like I said, I appreciate him for coming out and being a true champion and speaking on that because I want to see undisputed in all weight classes. And I also wanted to just keep things into perspective. You know, after Teofimo Lopez, he fights Kambosos and Devin Haney fights Linares, we need to see that matchup this year as soon as possible. After these 2 guys fight, there is no other fight that needs to take place at lightweight outside of Devin Haney versus Teofimo Lopez. There is no fight that holds precedence over that holds priority over that fight. These are supposed to be the 2 top guys in the division, the only 2 champions in the division. That fight needs to happen. You know, if Kambosos end up beating Lopez in an upset, he ain't gonna be the WBC champion. Devin Haney is the WBC champion. So if Kambosos win, he ain't gonna be undisputed. You know, so he's still gonna have to fight Devin Haney. So how can Lopez be undisputed if Kambosos were to get a victory, he not gonna be undisputed? You know what I'm saying? You think they gonna create a franchise belt for Kambosos too? Nah, he don't fit the criteria. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't put it past the WBC, man. They just created a new belt for Canelo and Billy Joe Saunders. It's some Mexican shit. I don't know what it is. You know, Billy Joe Saunders not even Mexican. So if he gonna want to take that belt? You know what I'm saying? But are they actually expecting Billy Joe Saunders to have a chance to win versus Canelo? You know what I'm saying? He gonna have to get a knockout or something to get a dub over Canelo. You dig what I'm saying? But I love the fact that Josh Taylor came out, and we need more champions, you know, more respected fighters to come out and speak their real shit, you know what I'm saying, and carry themselves that way, like the Jamel Charlos, you know, like the Josh Taylors, the Jose Ramirez's, and the Earl Spence Jr.'s and things like that. People that's actually fighting for true undisputed, that has goals and real true aspirations of being undisputed. You know, Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua, hopefully that fight gets done. You know, these are true undisputed fights. You dig what I'm saying? So we got to keep this in perspective. We can't lose sight of that, because I don't want to hear no bullshit about Teofimo Lopez trying to fight somebody else outside of Devin Haney after this Kambosos fight. And I want to see Devin Haney get his opportunity for Undisputed. You know, the WBC shafted him for his opportunity to fight Luke Campbell for the vacant WBC title. They let Lomachenko swoop in and get the opportunity. He beat Luke Campbell. Then Devin Haney is the mandatory for Lomachenko's belt. They shafted him again and didn't give him an opportunity to fight Lomachenko. Don't do that again, man. We don't want to see that as boxing fans. We want to see true Undisputed. We want to see the best fighter emerge at the top. You dig what I'm saying? So again, kudos to Josh Taylor, man. You can go read the article on Boxing Scene where he talked a little bit more in depth. They kind of talked about it as far as how Josh Taylor feels about, you know, being undisputed, the importance of that, and, you know, actually being truly undisputed without a shadow of a doubt, man. So y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments, man. Contender Regime Boxing. I'll holler at y'all boys, man.